Mate, what a great day on the tracks.
Mate, it's been a ripper, eh?
That's it. I do use the old winch a couple of times, didn't you?
Got us out of trouble though, mate. It's definitely worth having a winch in working order when you need it. Guys, the Boss winch saved us a bunch of times today. It's in good working order and I knew it was up for the job. It reminds me though, when we put this winch in a little while ago, we did a full teardown of the winch, showing you all the internals and how it all works, so that it not only shows the quality of this winch, but it shows you what you can do to your winch to get a little bit more life out of your old clunker if you're not quite ready for a new one. Check out this video. Before we install this Off-Road Boss winch onto the 80, we're going to pull it apart, have a good look at the insides, so that you'll know what to do to your winch when the time comes to get you out of trouble. So before we get too carried away, it's a good idea to clean as much mud and grime off the winch as we can now, so it doesn't get inside the winch while we're opening it up, and we don't have to muck around cleaning it up later. This one's already set up straight out of the box for the 80 series cruiser it's going to be living in. So a quick scribe on each of the surfaces will allow us to put it back together exactly how it came out. The Off-Road Boss winch is IP67 rated, which means for most vehicles you can be sitting in windscreen deep water for half an hour and it shouldn't give you any dramas. Having said that, 9 times out of 10, when a winch fails it's usually due to the electronic side of things. Something like a poor connection or water getting into your winch. By removing these two end cap bolts, we can gain access to the motor, check for damage, being careful not to break the gaskets. So while you've got your motor off your winch, there's a couple of things you're going to want to check out. These brushes will wear down over time, so you want to make sure that this whole brush assembly can be unbolted and removed and replaced, like it can on this Boss winch. From here you can remove the rotor assembly to see if there's been any water ingress and any corrosion. To get to the gearbox we'll have to remove the drum, so we may as well start at this end. There's a couple of crossbars holding the two end plates on with Allen key bolts. We just drop the Allen key bolts out and physically just pull the plates off. Inside the drum you'll find the drive shaft and the brake assembly. This is a good chance to check them out for any corrosion or damage, but pay careful attention on how it came apart so it's easy to put back together. On either end of the winch drum you'll find these bushes. On most decent winches you should see very little wear in these, but it's still worth having a look. Yours might look a little different as this one has an extra rubber seal to help with waterproofing. The Boss winch runs a 3-stage planetary reduction gearbox, which is how we're able to pack so much strength into such a compact package. Getting access to the gears is easy too. With the drum off, the Allen key bolts are exposed, simply remove them like so, and we're able to get access to the 3 planetary gears. When you're pulling the gears out, you'll need to pay close attention to the order they come out. Your best bet is to lay them out in order that they come out along your workspace. Okay, so with your gears out, now's the time to give them a thorough clean in degreaser, removing all lubricants so you can thoroughly inspect for any corrosion issues. Once you've done that and you're happy to put it all back together, give them a smear with LMM grease, getting into all the nooks and crannies, and put the gears back together in the reverse order they came out. Okay, so with all the gears back in place, we'll give it a quick spin with a battery drill to make sure it's all working fine. Once we've done that, we'll put the end cap back on, making sure that we line up the scrub marks that we put on earlier. If the gasket's still in good nick, you can reuse it. If not, a quick bead of silicone will get you out of trouble. Okay, it's time to put the motor back together. I'm going to teach you a little trick. Rather than building the motor on the bench and then having to locate it on top, we're going to build the motor onto the winch. So we take the rotor assembly and locate it into the motor end plate, and then take the motor housing over the top of the rotor assembly, being careful to locate the bushes around the commutator. Before we put the end cap on, you may want to run a bead of silicone around the end of the motor to assist with waterproofing. The Boss winch comes with a nice rubber seal here, so we won't need to do that. Okay, so there you have it. A complete disassemble, service and reassemble of the Off-Road 12,000 pound Boss winch. A quality 12 volt winch is essential for any self-recovery when you're out in the scrub. For more helpful tips and advice and quality gear, follow Oz Off-Road on Facebook.